Luke Bolch. In the goals, Brian Paley and Clive Rawlings. Just about set, Tassie, and it looks as though from mine that Eastern Suburbs have won the toss and are kicking to the Melbourne end.
Eastern Suburbs have won the toss, Ronnie, and at centre forward we've got a Mason. It's not the Moose, it's his brother Mick, and he's opposed against the number 25 Guernsey for Eastern Suburbs, and that's Norman.
Okay, well, interesting to see what will happen here. Siren sounds to commence the opening stanza of the 93-second Semi-Division 2. The big man fly, Pirello gets first touch of the leather for the Suburbs. Copy run a little bit high. Russell, no free kick forthcoming. Good support, McGuinness. Picks it up and kicks it to the members' side of the ground. Mooson was there, but I think you'll find he's infringed on his opponent. And, yes, Graham Munro down play went the wrong way. Peter Bird gets the first or second kick this afternoon.
Okay, it's down there in the forward line. Oh, a big thump out there from the Motowari player in Mick Wood, and he stumped it over the boundary line. So we'll have the first throw in the afternoon on the members' side of the ground with Eastern Suburbs just momentarily into attack.
Well, poor miss for mine. I think you'll find that Daryl Russell was truly dumped and dropped on a bit high and should have been given a free kick. Back to the football as we see Treble-Cox doing battle with the big bird. Mick Bird gets it to ground, coming out with the ball in front of him there. Couldn't control it though. Mick O'Leary in the long sleeve Guernsey, the number 24 Guernsey for the Suburbs, who incidentally are wearing the maroon and gold. Of course, Motowari maroon and blue.
So up they go. Treble-Cox wins that tap down. The ball's forced out towards Berryman. Berryman tapped. Oh, he's been tackled after he got rid of that, so the kick will go back to Berryman, half-back flank.
That was good unselfish footy, Taz, wasn't
play
it?
From young
Tap the
Berryman,
ball to
running
the side.
The play.
Yep.
He goes short to centre wing looking for a teammate there. Oh, he can't take the mark. It's taken by O'Leary. With the left foot he goes back to half forward. Out comes Thompson, but out in front Oh, Mick Thompson's given him one there, but umpire Munro comes in and says, settle it down, Mick, and we'll have a kick from the half-back flank up to centre wing. Up they go. Pirello's up and he takes the mark. Quick handball off to Greenwood. Greenwood goes to centre half forward looking for a teammate. Oh, Motowari player could have been paid the free kick there and has been, and that's Daryl Russell, the winger for Motowari.
He's got arms about 6 foot long, this bloke, I tell you. He's a great footballer, is Daryl Russell. Dozer, as he's known, punts it longer. Out to the outer side of the ground. Pack of players fly, hits the turf. Mickey Thompson butters up well for the Suburbs. Goes short to Hood, but the kick was too well weighted. Russell comes through, paddles it forward. Over the top they go, back to Russell. Steady's now on the left foot and punts it long. Looks for Michael Mason in front, but good defensive play there for the Suburbs and clear the ball.
So it's back at centre wing. Oh, the ball spills awkwardly there for the Motowari player. It looks like Smith in there. He kicks to centre half forward, and the mark's been taken by his teammate there in Ballashill. Foolish handball there, put his teammate under all sorts of pressure. Pirello comes in with pressure. They're back in the centre towards O'Leary. O'Leary can't trap it. Eventually comes out to Walsh. Out to the big fella Bird. Kick down towards Mason. Mason lands at his feet. He can't mark. Or handball out now. Berryman's a chance. Pirello comes into spoil. Off the ground. Back in the centre now. Eastern Suburbs have got a chance to clear. They go forward towards Treble-Cox. It bounces. Treble-Cox still a chance. He picks up. Oh, he can't quite control it. He's got it now. Gives it off to the little fella Peters. He's tackled. And Eastern Suburbs through the agency of Russell clear through centre wing and away they go.
Yeah, good football there too. Cool in the crisis. Ray McPhee found Russell from Motowari. The kick though, not a good one. It allows Grant Greenwood to come in and tumble punt straight down the corridor to centre half forward. But the big arms of the ruckman for Motowari, Mick Big Bird, takes a fine grab at centre half back.
So Mick Bird, oh, that's a shocking kick into the centre of the ground, but luckily enough his teammate there butters up, and that's McLean with a handball out to Russell again, who's been prominent. Out to, overrunning it there. Picked up again now by Norman. Norman gets it back to Greenwood. Greenwood through the centre and a short kick, and he finds Ruder. So Ruder's got a chance to send them in attack. He's in the centre. He goes long looking for Treble-Cox. Over his head. Out they come. It looks... Oh, good mark being taken in the last line of defence there by Phillips. Phillips goes with the left foot out of sight. He's got a teammate with a paddock out there, Ballashill. He goes on the right foot now, kicks to centre wing, and Russell again, but jumping in front and taking the mark for Eastern Suburbs there.
I think you'll find that could be Peters, Tassie. It was a poor kick by Basile. Had plenty of time to steady and drill it down his teammate's throat. Not on that occasion. Now Peters kicks back to half forward. Pack of players are full by that outer side of the Western Oval. Eastern Suburbs doing the attacking. We've been travelling 4.5 minutes of the first quarter here in the second semi.
Here they go again, Motowari. They're defending grimly. The ball comes out through the agency. McLean again kicks in the direction there of Phillips. He can't mark. In the meantime, O'Leary's picked up. kick towards the goal square. Peters is there on his own. Oh, he could have been paid the free kick for over the shoulder, and that's the umpire, the way the umpire's seen it. So Peters has got a chance to put the first score on the board for Eastern Suburbs. The little forward pocket. He's on a slight angle. What do you reckon, Ronnie?
Yes, I think he loves kicking goals too, does young David Peters, and I would suggest maybe Stevenson it was with the long sleeves got the ball down, because Peters is quick, but he's not that quick, Tassie. His shot at goal looks good from 25 metres. It was right on the boundary line, and he split the woodwork here at the Western Oval. The first 6-pointer this afternoon in the Division 2 second semi-final came at the 5-minute mark of this first term. Eastern Suburbs, one straight goal, 6 points. Mottawarri yet to score.
Yeah, the comedy of errors there, Ronnie, with the kicking. Field kicking's been poor, but the wind is obviously playing a little bit of a part in that. It's interesting to see Perello in the ruck and Reuter at centre forward. The ball's back in the centre. Up they go. Bird against Perello. Perello will get the advantage of that, and he gets it to Thompson. Thompson with the right foot goes in the direction of centre forward, but David Cook, the captain coach of Mottawarri, has taken a strong mark. He's quick to play on. Brings it out to the member side, but the umpire, Munro, says you'll have to come back and go behind your mark. So Cook, just off the centre, he goes out of side and picks out his teammate out there. Can't quite pick him up, looks like
Paddy Jackson, I think you'll find, who has played a lot of football at full-back for the Mottawarri side. Could be up the ground and half-back here this afternoon. He's kicked, though, on this occasion against the breeze. Probably pretty hard to judge. She hasn't had a ton of kicks, Grant Greenwood.
Yeah, he's playing well off the half-back flank. Oh, nice mark by his teammate there to centre forward. That was Rowbottom. Goes on the left foot looking for Peters again. Treble Cock picks up, drops what he should have gone with. Slaps it out back in the direction of O'Leary. O'Leary over the shoulder. That's a magnificent. O'Leary put it through. Eastern Suburbs second. They go on to 2 goals. Straight 12 behind. Mottawarri yet to score, but they are kicking with the aid of what is probably a 3 or 4 goal brief. But geez, Greenwood has been a good player off the half-back flank and enjoying that release from the full-back position. Ronnie.
Yes, certainly, Tassie. Great setup there from the dashing and dour defender of Grant Greenwood. The runner just goes out, gives him a pat on the shoulder. Good spirit shown by Eastern Suburbs as Mick O'Leary. That's got to be one of the goals of the day for mine. It's only the second of the afternoon, but that's got to go down for one of the Painters' pot goals of the day.
That was a great goal, but we've got it back in the centre, and again O'Leary gets it out. He kicks to the half-forward flank. Running under it is Russell, and Russell takes a nice mark, half-back flank, and he'll momentarily relieve the pressure for Mottawarri. So Russell, he started off well on his wing, goes in short and finds big Mick Bird. Mick Bird almost on centre wing. Plays on now and goes to the half-forward flank, looking for in the direction of Meeson. Out comes Norman. Meeson's got a chance now. He can't pick it up. Perello tries to go off the ground. He can't kick it out. A pack forms and the umpire comes in and says, give it to me, fellas, and I'll put it down. So they're going to have to watch O'Leary he seems to be playing in the centre. And Russell, obviously, as we expected, a dangerous player. But O'Leary, look, he's got 40 yards right now as we speak, Ronnie.
Yes, certainly players in the centre, well, they're playing very wide of themselves. As we see a free kick has been paid to the Moose. In Paul Meeson drives the Mottawarri side up there looking for the high flyer. Bertelmeiser under the football. At the back of the pack, Kelvin Gray breaks clear. The hand pass, a good one. A high tackle, I think you'll find, play for Eastern Suburbs player. And it's Graham Hood, the 14 Guernsey, drives them out of the fence.
He does that and it comes back to centre wing. In they go. Eastern Suburbs a chance to clear there. Now they've got possession. It comes out through McLean. He's been a good player early. Hovey comes back into the middle of the ground and looks for his teammate Philip Walsh. So Walsh with a chance for 7 minutes to attack. He comes out the member side of the ground looking, a big fly from Bertelmeiser from behind. He can't quite pull in the mark. In the meantime, it's been picked up by Ballasteel. He goes with an awkward looking handball. In they go again. It looks like McLean again in there. He's shuffled out towards Meeson, but Thompson goes in. He's been pushed in the back, and Thompson at centre half back will relieve for Eastern Suburbs.
Tassie, I tell you, Eastern Suburbs, the Eagles are flying high. They're real desperate. They're getting first for the footy. That's why they're getting the benefit of the umpiring decisions. And on this occasion, and make my words, get in front, you get everything here this afternoon. Good umpiring, Phil Dower, as we see a free kick has been paid now to the dashing wingman for Mottawarri in the 7 Guernsey, Darryl Russell.
And he sends it forward to where we've seen a push in the back, and a resulting free kick will go to the Moose Meeson. He's about 50 metres out on the half-forward flank. So Meeson a chance, you look for Bertelmeiser. He does that. Bertelmeiser leads. It's a little bit too much carry on the kick, but he gets back and takes a beautiful mark. 15 metres out from goal, almost directly in front. And gee, didn't he read that well, Ronnie?
What a lovely kick from the Moose.
It was a beautiful
low
kick.
Penetrating drop punt into the breeze. Beautifully read by Bertelmeiser. Went forward, 2 opponents, then saw the ball was carried, went back to the back of the pack and took a great grab. Shoots from 30 metres. Freddie Bertelmeiser splits the woodwork here at the Western Oval.
Well, it's going to be a game, Ronnie. There's no two ways about that. The ball's travelling around very quickly. So that was a good lead out by Bertelmeiser. Looked like a little bit too much carry on the kick, but he got back underneath it. He was 1 against 2. He worked his way back off. Probably took Stefanovski under the ball a little bit. Took a nice mark and popped through Motuwari's first goal. So 1 goal 6. They trail Eastern Suburbs 2 goals straight 12, and the ball's back at centre bounce.
First stanza's gone down there at Cardini Park. Geelong lead 5-2-32. Essendon 2 straight goals.
Go Cats as we see back here, and at the moment the Eagles are flying high. They're leading Motuwari Warriors by 6 points. 10-minute mark of this first quarter as the umpire's whistle sounds, and Philip Walsh, the ex-AFL player, gets the free kick from Motuwari. The kick, a low trajectory. The bouncing ball sits pretty well from Neil Smith. Slaps the ball onto his non-preferred right kicking boot, and he thumps the ground in disgust. Not a good kick. Good pressure, Eastern Suburbs defence, and force the error.
And Stefanovski runs that one through for 1 behind. So Stefanovski will bring the ball back into play. Here comes the kick. He goes out of side, half-back flank. Looking for O'Leary, but oh, beautiful mark taken by Russell out there. Gee, he's been a player early in this game.
I think it's Phil Walsh.
It was Phil Walsh, you're right. Here we go, and there goes Peters. Oh, good chance here for number 30 for Motuwari. That's McLean. He's been a good player early. Gets the handball out. It's picked up there by, looks like Smith. Smith can't get a kick, and it's been forced over the line. A boundary throw in. Forward pocket, Motuwari into attack. Gee, that was a great mark by Walsh. Gee, it looked like Russell from here. But it was
very similar in stature, Tassie, and you're doing a great job here this afternoon. And, well, Cookie, your job could be in jeopardy, I've got to tell you. As we see now the ball...
Want to improve the seating facilities, Ronnie?
Good on you, Taz. Well, the ball has just been punched back in over the line, and now we are some 20 metres from the Motuwari goal. As the Moose thumps the ball towards their goal, sharked by Mick O'Leary, slaps it onto his right foot, over his left shoulder, out to half-back. Now Hovey picks it up for the Motuwari side, looks smothered well by Mickey Thompson. Great leadership shown there by the captain coach, and we'll see another boundary throw in on that outer side of the Western Oval, some 60 metres from the Motuwari goal.
Well, that's 1-1 now, Ronnie. That was Alan Rundle. Here's the throw-in. Moose Mason takes possession. He can't get it out. In goes Rundle again. It's picked up by Thompson. Quick answer to the run of Rundle. Rundle goes to half-forward flank. It'll be Ruder and Bird, and Big Mick Bird backs back and takes what was a nice mark half-back flank. So he'll relieve the pressure for Motuwari. Moose Mason gives him a lead. He holds it up, taking plenty of time. He's got a lead coming through the centre there now. Oh, on a big run, and he's almost... Oh, that was good play by the Motuwari player there, and Mason couldn't quite take the mark. The ball's been tapped out to the Moose Mason. He goes with the left foot, goes towards half forward, but out in front taking the mark is Cyril Greenwood for the Eastern Suburbs side.
Yeah, doing a great job too for the Eagles at the early stages of the second semi. So that possession number 8 for Grant Greenwood comes in now from half back, out of side, kicks long to half forward, in front there Andy Reuter, and takes a great mark for the Suburbs.
So Reuter's got the ball half forward. He goes towards centre half forward, but slipping over at the final moment there. Oh, dropped what he should have taken there from Motuwari. In goes Thompson. They all pile in on top of it. Treblecock goes in hard, pushing the Motuwari players off his teammate there. The umpire says, give it to me, fellas, and I'll ball it up. So that was bad defence there from Mick Harriott from the Motuwari defence. He should have taken that mark. He was clear to play on if he had it, but we've got a bounce, and it's Reuter. He goes up against Bird. In they go. It's brought out here now by Mick Wood. He goes with a handball to a running teammate. Cook's got a chance now if he can pick it up. Oh, under pressure there from Hood, but Cook breaks the tackle and runs through centre wing and goes long looking for Moose Mason. But there again, oh, it dropped the mark there, Grant Greenwood. Good enough to butter up though. Gives it out towards Pirello. He can't take possession. Balasil goes in again. Oh, this time it's Watson. Moose Mason puts pressure on and forces the boundary throw in out of sight of the ground.
Yeah, a lot of pressure both sides, and yeah, good work there from the centre half forward or forward pocket player in, I think that was the 19 Guernsey, in Michael Mason doing very well at centre half forward for the Motuwari side. Kicks the ball on the half forward line. Ball there was kicked up and under, didn't really gather a lot of distance. It's off hands, and again, over line and out of bounds in between the Motuwari's half forward line and the centre wing position out of sight of the Western Oval.
Here's the throw in, Mason against Pirello. Ball comes down in the direction of Hood. He dummies the handball and then goes with the left foot. It's a high kick into the centre of the ground. bounces awkwardly. Cook takes possession and goes to centre wing. Members side of the ground, out for the run of his teammate there in Smith. Smith will be first on the scene, but a lot of pressure there from his opposition number in Kelvin Gray. That was good pressure from Kelvin Gray, forced him to the boundary line, and another throw in running.
And forced the error. Neil Smith had possession at the last minute, and due to that pressure, couldn't control the footy, out of bounds, ball back into play. Bird thumps the ball forward some 20 metres in the direction of O'Leary, but on that occasion, Hovey for the Mottawarri side chips in and is happy to see the ball go over the line. Out of bounds, this time it's on the members' side, centre wing position.
O'Leary looking for the free kick there and probably should have been paid it. Perello and Meeson will do the ruck work again. Perello taps with the left hand down to his captain coach there in Mick Thompson. Thompson gets it out to Hood. Hood with the left hand to Graham Thompson. His kick smothered by Berryman and it's still in play. Berryman, good play, picks up, gives it out to McLean. McLean goes into the pocket and he's found his teammate down there. It looks like Meeson, is it?
Yes, it is,
yes,
Mike.
Michael Meeson's taken the mark. He's probably 30 metres out. He's on a very acute angle. And I'd say, judging by the reaction of the players further down the ground, he's going to take a shot from here because there's nobody to kick the ball to.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? How they are not really now creating an opportunity for him. That's 4 footies for mine. Whether he can kick the distance or not. Tight angle, the breeze coming over his right shoulder. Will take a good kick from there.
Beautiful kick, just offline.
Well, it's offhand, a quick shot at goal there by the big bird. But the umpire, the goal umpire, suggests it's over the line, and it's through for a minor score off the boot of the centre-half forward, Michael Meeson.
And bringing the ball back into play is Stefanovski. Out of sight again. Mick Bird's under it. He can't mark. It goes out in the direction of Russell. He gives chase, but only sees the ball dribble out of bounds on the outer side of the ground. Giving chase there for Eastern Suburbs was Morris Stevenson, and we'll have a throw in. Ruck work will be contested here between Meeson. Looks like Meeson and Perello. Here they go. Meeson works for front position. Now the ball comes to ground. In goes Rundle. It's eventually slapped out towards O'Leary, but in the meantime, the umpire says you ran it out of bounds, and we'll have another throw in outer side of the ground on the wing.
A little bit of misfortune there for Eastern Suburbs, because that's the disposal from Rundle. Went straight down the throat of O'Leary, who had 20 metres on his opponent, but Rundle was obviously out of bounds when he kicked the ball back into play. Over the top, great handball. Greener, I think you'll find. Give it to Watson, the dasher. Kicks long up there to full forward, but oh, dearie me. Robbie Ruder well behind his opponent, Pat Jackson, and Jet, as he's known to his mates, gets the free kick, or takes the mark at fullback, kicks it to the outer side, half-back flank position. Hood's there for the Suburbs. Likewise as the coach, Thompson. He gave it across to Perello, who just give that Mottawarri player one for his trouble. Play goes on. The Perello kick to the centre of the ground is a good one, and I think you'll find a free kick's been paid there to Peter Bird.
There has been. Peter Bird's gone to half-forward flank. His teammate's taken the mark there. And it looks like Darryl Rowbottom, the big fella, just inside 50 he'll kick from. So Rowbottom, he's on the side where they'll be able to kick goals from that position. Breeze behind his back. He comes in from 50. Before he gets underneath, it's a good-looking kick. It's gone deep into the goal square, but just pushed it to the right-hand side and through for one behind. So that was good build-up there from the Eastern Suburbs side. Out the other side, good work in close from Hood. Quick hands out to Perello. Perello shrugged his Mottawarri player off.
Strong work, wasn't it?
Give him something. He took a while to get up the Mottawarri player there, but the result was only a point and the ball's back in play. Oh, there's a push in the back from the Eastern Suburbs player, Perello, it looks like. And big Mick Bird, who's had an influence on the game early, will relieve the pressure for the Mottawarri side.
Elects to go to the outer side. Looks for Russell. Also in there is Harriet. Fisted over the back of the pack there was good play. Comes to where breaking through. Now the umpire's played advantage was McGuinness. Good football, Mottawarri. Over the top to Berryman with handball. The ball sits well for Basile. Sold the dummy sweetly. Back to Berryman, who chips it over the top to half forward. Michael Meeson's got 20 metres on his opponent. Poor checking. And a lovely pass, Michael Meeson, straight down the throat of the lead. But look where he's led Freddie Bertelmeiser, right in the forward pocket. He's right on the boundary line. And I tell you what, that'd be pretty impossible from there, Taz.
Yeah, but he's going to have a go at it. You can only lead where the ball's coming from, and in that case he was a little bit crowded. He comes in, he shoots, and it looks like it's just offline and through for one behind. So it was a good build-up there from the Mottawarri side on the wing here. The first handball from Berryman wasn't a good one. Put his teammate under pressure, but he made space and allowed himself to get it back. went in short to Meeson, and Meeson found Bertelmeyer leading into the pocket. So that'd be a worry for Stefanovski early in the game.
I'm sure it would as the Suburbs clear the ball. 20-minute mark of the first quarter. Montawari 139, trail Eastern Suburbs 2-1-13. And, gee whiz, great mark, wasn't it?
He's a good player. Russell, and he's going to have a big influence on the result here today. Big Bird's taking a mark almost in the centre of the ground. He'll go straight down the middle with this one, looking for a teammate down there. If it only coming out and defending looked like there for Eastern Suburbs side was Rowbottom. The ball's been forced forward. The umpire's picked out a free kick, and it looks like it's going to Watson. Yep. So Watson will bring it from the halfback line.
Hence Michael Meeson, poor football from the big fella on that occasion, allows Watson the free kick and kicks it long.
Again.
How many kicks or marks has he taken?
He's probably taken 5 marks and probably had a half a dozen kicks. So Mick Thompson and his coaching staff would want to do something pretty smart there, or it could get away from them. As Hovey brings the ball through centre looking for Bertelmeyer, comes out, it bounces in front, but he taps it back to the advantage there where it's picked up by Bird. Bird breaks the tackle, goes back to the centre wing. Oh, up goes O'Leary. A beautiful mark on the wing. So O'Leary, quick to play on, goes looking there for his teammate and finding, looks like Rude. Oh, he's been pushed in the back there, Ruder, and he'll take the free kick. So we've got 2 Ruders out here today, so that's the brother. Yep. Andrew Ruder. Brother, this is Robbie Ruder. Robbie Ruder goes in short looking for Thompson. That's Graham Thompson, and he's been paid the mark, probably 40 metres out from goal directly in front. He'll go back and take the kick. So good mark there by O'Leary on centre wing, and quick to get on with the business, Lonnie. Yeah, great football by Mick O'Leary. Another youngster up and coming in GDFL football, representing him in that interleague clash. Now, Graham Thompson. Jasper comes in from 40 metres. It's a lovely kick. The goal umpire does not move. Great goal off the boot of the 28 Guernsey for the Eastern Suburbs side, Graham Dapper Thompson. Well, it's a very even game so far. Eastern Suburbs with O'Leary in the centre. They're getting plenty of drive through him, and on the outer wing there, Russell's giving them plenty of drive. As we thought before the game, he's opposed to Stevenson. How long that'll stay like that for, we don't know, but O'Leary's now come out of the centre. They might be making a 3-way change. It looks like they are, as O'Leary, or unless he's just working off that centre half back line. In the meantime, we've got a tap down, and it comes, Perello taps it again forward in the direction where Hovey overruns it. Eventually it's taken by Phillips, who bursts through the pack, has a bounce, goes on the right foot, goes looking for Bertelmeyer, and Bertelmeyer almost takes some marks. Stefanovski's in there with him. Coming out now is Eastern Suburbs. They've got a chance to clear. Good play from the defence towards O'Leary. Great mark by O'Leary, centre wing. Great disposal, Kelvin Gray, the back pocket player. Magnificent work by Gray. He's gone to O'Leary, and O'Leary's gone towards Thompson, and Thompson, good spoil there from the Montawari player there. Oh, Treble Cock goes in hard. He tries to slap it out to the advantage of his teammate there. Oh, and the umpire's called the advantage. Bird goes in hard. It's given off the hood. Off the rider. He wasn't expecting that one, and Montawari a chance to clear towards Berryman. Peters puts him under pressure, and the ball's out of bounds. So plenty of pressure there. Some good marking, good kicking. Now, Tassie, how did that be the advantage? Poor umpiring, filled out. That is poor umpiring. But Berryman's got the kick. He goes in short. All right, the play. 50-metre penalty. It's Peter Bird behind the play. Or it might have been Dave Peters, I think you'll find. Dave Peters, his teammates telling him to settle down there. But he's given Berryman a 50-metre penalty, and that's costly on this ground. So Owen Berryman, he's got the ball. Half-foot goes in short, looking for Big Bird, but intercepting his Hood. Hood goes through centre with the left foot, goes towards Reuter. He overruns it. In they go this time. They've got a chance to clear through Walsh. Reuter backs up and he could have gone out to his teammate, but he goes into the forward line, and waiting down there is Pat Jackson, the last line of defence. Yeah, Jackson's doing well for Montawari. The kick, though, under pressure, a poor one. It allows Hood to break clear from 40 metres. Shoots a goal. Don't tell me. He's popped the tree. Oh, and they're into it. Oh, there's a blue on here, half-back flank. Mick Thompson, in goes Hood. Oh, fiery. This is what we expected. David Cook's been dropped behind the play here, I think. Oh, I think they've knocked David Cook out here. Well, I didn't quite see it. No, I didn't see it either, but David Cook's been dropped behind the play. And well, let's have a look at the scoreboard, Tassie. At 23.5-minute mark of the first quarter, fireworks here this afternoon. This fiery, Mickey Thompson, and they're into it again now. This is a fiery start to the game. Eastern Suburbs 4-1-25, leading Montawari 1-3-9, and this was predicted. Bad way. David Cook's in a bad way down there on the forward line. Oh, they want to get back on with the game and get something going here.
Well, the stretcher is on the ground, Tassie. Umpire will not start the game. Eastern Suburbs now making some changes. Alan Rundle coming off.
Oh, they're into it again. Big Bird, this is never going to settle down here. Gee, David Cook looks in a bad way out there, Ronnie.
Yes, let's hope he's okay, which is, well, he's left Mottawarri well all season.
What's the umpire going to do? He's bounced the ball in the centre. He's let the players go on with
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, Peters has got possession. The umpire's now the stretcher's on the ground, so he's had to stop the game. The umpire was probably doing the right thing, Ronnie, trying to get the game going, but we've got a stretcher on the ground, and we see David Cook's being carried off here. Oh, what an interesting start to the game.
It certainly has. Just do a time check. 25 minutes have travelled on the Rocky 24-hour Locksmith time clock here at the Western Oval as we see that there's presently, let's have a look, 16-point margin to Eastern Suburbs. They need to work a little bit harder, Tassie. I still reckon it's worth about 5 goals this win as Michael Wood now from Mottawarri, the number 4 jersey, on the ground replacing the KO David Cook.
He looks crook, David Cook. He's been carried off. Mick Thompson getting plenty of attention over there. This will be an interesting build-up now towards the end of this first quarter. Umpire puts the ball down the centre. Perello goes in. He wins the tap down. It goes in the direction of a teammate there, and it looks like for Eastern Suburbs, Rowbottom will take the kick. So Rowbottom's got the ball centre of the ground. He goes long into attack, looking for Treblecock. Treblecock one-on-one. Mick Wood off the bench takes a beautiful mark on the half-back flank. So Mick Wood will relieve the pressure momentarily.
Wood now elects to go to the outer side of the ground. The Big Bird is there too for him and takes a easy chest mark and half back for the Mottawarri side. Bird now taking his time. Kick long. It's a lovely kick too into the breeze. The high flyers can't take the footy. That was O'Leary at the back of the pack. Kicked off the carpet now McInnes for the Mottawarri side. Smith comes out in front of Gray. Taps it on. Here's an opportunity for Mottawarri now. We see there that Bill Walsh picks it up and kicks it up to the lead of Bertelmeiser. The footy just dropped a bit short for Betty Bertelmeiser. Good control of the leather. Good pressure there from Johnny Stavanowski from the suburbs. Sees it over one and out of bounds. 52 metres from the Mottawarri goal.
Here's the throw-in. Up they'll go. Mason contests. Tries to force it forward. It's up in the air again. Out comes, looks like Thompson there. Goes in the direction of Paul Mason. In goes for Eastern Suburbs there, Bird. Eventually busting through his Phillips without, can't take possession. It comes out, oh, that's a bad kick by Norman, but under a fair amount of pressure there, he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. So Mottawarri, through the agency of Wayne Walsh, go into towards centre half forward looking for Mick Mason, and Mick Mason doesn't let him down, takes a nice mark.
Yeah, really doing well too, Mick Mason for the Mottawarri side. It's about number 7 possession. Comes in the centre half forward, kicks it long. Players kicking the ball well into the breeze, quite surprisingly, as we see Neil Smith tap the footy.
There's a goal!
Through for a sausage roll! Great goal!
Oh, what a goal! It's bounced over the top. Russell grabbed the ball and went to kick it through, but the umpire said it's already there, me boy. Put it down for 1 goal.
Neil
What a
Smith.
magnificent goal to Neil Smith of the Mottawarri side.
Well, that's sort of like a bumper. There's a bump ball. Mottawarri now 2-3-15, throwing the charge back at the suburbs. 4-1-25. 28.5 minutes of travel of this first quarter, and it will be a long one, I would suggest, Tassie.
Certainly will after that little fracas we had before, but we're back in the centre of the ground now. Perello up against Bird. Up they go. Perello wins the tap again. Comes out in the direction of Hood. Quick hands off to the running player there in Bird. They can't. They're still trying to force it forward. Eventually, looks like Russell picks it up. The umpire's picked out a free kick, and it'll go to Eastern Suburbs. Into attack they go towards centre half forward. Peters is under this one. He has to contest. He doesn't, and the mark's been taken by Wayne Walsh. So Walsh will go back and clear for Mottawarri. Looking to come out the member side of the ground. Then he hesitates and goes through the middle of the ground. Looking for Mason again. He's been a good target for them early. Eventually it comes down to where Mottawarri have got a chance to go into attack again. Kick across his body there, but only into the waiting arms of Norman. Norman plays on and has been tackled. Greenwood can't take possession. In goes Smith. Eventually it's picked up for Eastern Suburbs by Gray. He clears to the outer side of the ground. We've got a race on our hands now. It's Hovey. Hovey races that one to the boundary line. Just picks it up inside, but eventually it bounces off his hands and over the line for a throw in.
Yes, on the outer side of the Western Oval, it's as Tassie has just called it, it's in between centre wing and half-forward flank. Eastern Suburbs attacking area. Boundary umpire throws it back into play. Straight to Graham Hood, uncontested. Lost the football when tackled. Troy Havey butters up well for the Montewari side. On the left foot, kicks it to centre half-forward. Norman was there for the Suburbs. Thumps it down, trapped by McGuinness as the siren sounds to terminate a very fiery first quarter of football here, and a very good standard of football too for the GDFL second semi-final here of Division 2. And, well, at quarter time, the Eastern Suburbs side, 4-1-25, have a 10-point lead over Montewari, 2-3-15.
They certainly do, Ronnie, and that was a very, very entertaining first quarter. Some good passage of play, some excellent marking through O'Leary and the big fella Russell on the outer side of the ground. 20-minute mark of the quarter there, some likely